Welcome to today's session on using Immersive Reader in Discovery Education to support the accessibility to the content in the platform. And so with that, what is Immersive Reader? Well, it is a tool from Microsoft that allows students to have text read to them. It also has the ability to change the font style, the size and color, highlight parts of speech, and change the written and spoken language of the text. And so, when we go into Immersive Reader, you are going to see three different components. You're going to see text preferences. This is a space where you can change the font size, change the spacing, change the font style, as well as the background color theme. So for students that might need a high contrast color theme or ones that might need a pastel color, that is going to help support them in there. The second one is called grammar options. And so it looks like this, a little magical wand and some lines. And this is where you can break words into syllables. You can also color the different parts of speech. So you can turn all of your nouns purple. You can also turn on the label button so that it tells you above that it is a noun. The third section is called reading preferences. And so it looks like a little tiny book. And it is going to allow you to do a line focus so that you can narrow down your screen. It is going to allow you to use the Boardmaker images for the picture dictionary to be able to build comprehension from images for the words. It is also going to allow you to translate either a word at a time, which it will also usually speak back to you, and it will allow you to translate the whole piece of text into whatever language of choice. And so with that, let's take a look at what that looks like in one of our Discovery Education science boards. So these science boards have been made for every single grade, K to 6, for the months of September to June, and they align with the science curriculum pacing guides. And so here's an example from grade 3. So on this page, this is a hyperlinked document. So it's like a hyperlinked poster. When you click onto a section of it, it is going to take you to a page that has your cusp at the top. Then it is going to have a text in this space that is going to help provide some background information. It will also have other things like possibly a instructional strategy for you to use as you watch some different videos that have been curated for that content. Now, Immersive Reader is built into here. And so it's only in these studio platforms, and so wherever you see this text, it's going to work. Now, where is the Immersive Reader, you might ask? Well, over on the right-hand side here, where I'm hovering with my mouse, is a cute little icon. And when I hover over top of it, it says Immersive Reader. When I select that, it is going to pull it into this Immersive Reader platform. Now, I can have the text played to me. So I can click
Earth's surface contains layers that have been deposited over long periods of time.
I can change the speed of the text being read, so I can make it slower, I can make it faster. I can also select a female or a male voice. From there, those three sections that I talked about earlier, the text preferences, the grammar options, and the reading preferences are right here on the top right-hand side. So if I select text preferences, this is where I can change the size of my font. I can also, just going to go down a little bit further, so you can see that here. I can also increase the spacing or decrease the spacing. I can also change my font to Calibri, SIGCAP, or Comic Sans. I can change my color theme. I'm just going to click back on here. Now, if I click out of the X, I'm going to go into grammar options. So this is where I can add syllables to my words. So I'm going to click the little button, see what happens in just a moment. When I select my nouns on, you see that all of the nouns in this passage have turned purple. I can change the color of that. I can also show the label so that it puts an N over top of the words to show that. Now my syllable button is not wanting to work for me at the moment because I think of the resolution of my screen, but that is how you will identify that. The third thing is the reading preferences. So this is where you can now, Boardmaker is automatically, the picture dictionary is automatically defaulted on. So if I click on an image, it is going to show me a picture of that word. It will also play this out
Earths.
loud.
Earths.
It'll also have the translation because over here in reading preferences, I did have it selected so that Ukrainian would be the translation and by word is selected. So just to see individual words, you can see how this works. So very cool. Then from there, if I want the whole document translated into Ukrainian, I simply click this toggle and it is all selected. I can also have it play.
Поверхня Землі містить шари, які відкладалися протягом тривалих періодів часу.
Button is dark and is available for you to select, then that means that it will play that text. Now to go back to my original, I can either select original here to get out of the translation, and to return back to my hyperlinked discovery board, I simply select the back arrow. And now I can go through the rest of my resources here and click back to my home screen. So that is how you use Immersive Reader inside of Discovery Education. Now, a couple things to keep in mind are Immersive Reader is embedded in DE's Studio tool. So those boards are built in the Studio tool. It is also embedded in the STEM Connect lessons. You will not be able to use it in videos, in the interactive games, or in PDFs. But realistically, for our science discovery boards, it is there for you to use and to support your learning. I hope you enjoyed this series.